Thank you for coming. It's a pretty special event. Tonight we're celebrating several individuals for various reasons. Some have dedicated over 20 years of service to the citizens of Forney and the Forney Police Department itself. Some took the opportunity to compete against their peers for a chance of a promotion, and one has stepped into a brand new role for the police department, providing us new opportunities of tactics and development. In the last several months, we have seen some new changes that are already benefiting the police department. We have created and implemented corporals, a lieutenant position, and a CID assistant. Our recruiting into the Forney PD family has drastically increased. Along with these changes, I believe we can foresee a lot more positive change coming our way. I know people like these times to be short and sweet, and I have no intentions of deviating from that, so let's roll right into it. The first person we would like to recognize is Officer Matt Hutchins. Matt has dedicated over 21 years of dutiful service to the city of Forney. Matt graduated high school in 1992 and immediately enlisted into the Marine Corps. He served for 4 years. 3 of those were served overseas and on deployments. He was assigned to an amphibious raider unit for the majority of his time in the Marine Corps. Matt was hired by the Forney Police Department on October 15th of 2000. Matt served in the patrol division on night shift for the majority of his first 17 years. He decided to work during the daylight about 4 years ago, and I don't think he has any plans to be a night walker anymore. Matt served on the city's SWAT team for many years and currently holds his master's peace officer license. Matt, the department would like to say thank you for your 20 years of service by providing you with a custom engraved gun. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. The next two to be recognized work as a team. I would like to tell you about our Canine duo of Officer Sean Spoon and Canine Havoc. Sean has served as a law enforcement officer for over 11 years and currently holds his advanced peace officer license. He has prior service with the Lancaster Police Department, the Kaufman County Sheriff's Office, and most recently with the Temple Police Department. During his time in law enforcement, he has served as a field training officer and a canine handler in the Narcotic Criminal Interdiction Unit. Sean came to the Forney Police Department last year and has proven himself to be a valuable asset to the department. After completing his training period, Sean was selected to be our canine officer. He is joined by his partner, Havoc. Havoc is a German Shepherd Belgian Malinois mix. He is almost 2 years old and has been trained as a dual-purpose patrol narcotic canine. Havoc was placed into service in December of 2021 and has already contributed to 2 felony and 2 misdemeanor arrests. Sean and Havoc.
Setney, Zulstan. I, William Sean Spoon. You want me to raise my hand for you, Judge? Yes. Okay, and this is for him. I, William Sean Spoon, on behalf of Canine Partner Havoc, do solemnly swear that he will lay down his life for you and expect nothing but love in return. He protects all officers with his life and would gladly take a bullet in their place. He is sent in to find lost children and fugitives in the run. He is first sent in and often last to leave. He protects and serves and would die for any and all officers. He only asks for your love and care.
Now, Havoc, do you solemnly swear to follow that oath?
Havoc, Lekni. Good job. Here.
I'll start with Corporal Mark Pleasant. Prior to becoming a police officer, Mark served in the United States Navy. He served as a second-class petty officer for 4 years on the USS Boxer. During his time in the Navy, he earned the Navy Achievement Medal. Mark was hired to go to the police academy over 3 years ago. He served as the president of his academy class and has flourished since his graduation. He is one of 2 driving instructors and will shortly become one of our defensive tactics instructors. Most importantly, Mark is about to join one of the greatest clubs in the world. He will soon have the new title of Dad. She wants to come up. She's having nuisance right now.
Thanks.
Try to make this short and sweet before my stutter gets out of hand. Thank you all for attending today's events. I've grown a lot over these years and collected a lot of learned lessons from many different chapters. After separating from my brothers in the military, I searched a long time to find people that I'd willingly walk into a fire for. 3 years ago, in that room up there, after rowing until my lungs bled, I found it here in Forney. The culture this department displays is one of a true servant's heart. In our most desperate times, we usually ask for a cure-all or a magical fix to our problems. However, a lot of times it's men and women with the Lord's will in their heart that make the difference. The people here are that difference. They've helped me in so many ways, personally and professionally, and each one of you are a godsend. I'm incredibly grateful to stand before you as corporal on this day, and I have a lot to learn, and I will do my best to continually earn that achievement. On a personal note, I started this journey as a homeless kid in the shelter, and I grew up with 3 very simple goals: to build a house, start a family, and provide for that family. With a lot of prayer and a little bit of course correction, I have checked off. I'm on duty to check off all 3 in 1 year. After 10 years of marriage, my wife and I are excited at the birth of our son and a new house in March. I'm not ashamed to say that my wife has carried me through a lot of my accomplishments, and I'm forever grateful. That including geometry class of high school. That was rough. I love you, nerd, and I hope you got a little bit more in the tank, because I plan on bugging you for at least another half century. Thank you, guys.
Ready? The next to be recognized is Sergeant Mark Inman. Mark was standing up here just a few short months ago as he was initially promoted to the rank of corporal. His time in that role was short, but he was needed in another. Mark started his law enforcement career as a detention officer with the Kaufman County Sheriff's Office. He started in that position until he was hired by us in 2013. Since that time, Mark has been busy. He has accomplished so much in that time and has worn many hats. Mark currently holds his intermediate peace officer license. He was named Officer of the Year in 2014. His previous and some of his current assignments consist of SWAT team member, field training officer, court bailiff, criminal investigator, accident investigator, taser instructor, and ASP and handcuffing instructor. Mark, if you'd like to come up.
I'm going to keep this short and sweet. My last speech was a little bit longer, so I'll try to keep this one short. It's an honor to be here today and share this moment with each of you. I want to thank a few people that have contributed to my success. Thank you, retired Chief of Police Rick Barnes, Deputy Chief Todd Udy, Deputy Chief John Abernathy, and newly promoted Lieutenant Dustin Vandiver, and Sergeant Shane Pruitt, and so many others within this department. Each of you played a valuable role in my career, helping me become the police officer I am today. Not all the lessons I've learned have been all about police work. You pushed me to be a better human. Thank you all. To my wife, you two have played a crucial role in supporting me as I move forward in my career. It wasn't easy supporting me in all the crazy decisions I've chosen. I've only got here today with the help of you, so thank you. To my children, the love and excitement you have each day pushes me to make this world a better place. Being a dad has been the greatest joy in life. Pleasant, you look forward to it. I'm proud of the men being promoted today. We all know it didn't come easy. It came with a lot of hard work and devotion. I look forward to my new position to serve as a leader with you guys by my side. Thank you.
All right, we've reached the end. Last but not least, I would like to recognize Lieutenant Dustin Vandiver. Dustin has been an integral part of the department since his arrival. He also falls into the category of busy and wearing a lot of hats. Dusty has served the city of Forney for over 15 years. During his time here, he has served as field training officer, firearms instructor, the training sergeant, and the HR sergeant. He continues to develop and learn in the tactical environment, honing his skills as a SWAT team leader, sniper, and plenty of specialized tactical training. This one's going to be a little bit different. We're all about family here, and I had a family member request to come up and speak prior to his pinning. Ashley?
Sorry, I have tissues, so I'm not going to make it through the speech without crying. Dustin, when I first met Dusty, he was the nicest person I probably think I've ever met in my entire life. During one of our many conversations, I remember telling him that I don't think you'll do well as a police officer. You're too nice. I remember telling him that the people you deal with on the streets are going to chew you up and spit you out. And let's not forget the one time he told me I will never be smart enough to be a police officer. Fast forward to when Dustin was promoted to sergeant in July of 2011, where he spent 9.5 years as a patrol sergeant. He has accomplished so much throughout his 15 years of service. Those sergeant stripes he wore proud for 9.5 years. He leads by example. He is dedicated, loyal, hardworking, and passionate about his own career as well as his fellow officers' careers that has worked under him or with him. He always puts others first and is willing to put in the work to help others be successful within the department. I will say every single certification he holds is an accomplishment. But above all, being promoted to lieutenant is the greatest accomplishment of all. But I will say, sorry y'all, to say that we are proud of him is an understatement. To know Dusty is a true honor. Congratulations, Dusty. We love you. And that's from Cash, Dakota, and Kaylee. Thank y'all.
All right. I was not expecting that. I did not know she was going to speak. Thank you very much, baby, for that. I know my colleagues said they're going to keep it short and sweet. I'm going to try to do the same. First, I want to dedicate this short time, not to honor myself, but to say thank you to all those who have helped me get to where I am today. Nothing I've been able to accomplish has been done by me alone. In my career so far, I've been a privilege to work alongside and gain tremendous amount of knowledge from many different people in different areas. It is those people I wish to honor and say thank you. First, to God. Without Him, I wouldn't be standing here. I owe Him everything. Next, to my parents. They raised me and instilled my current morals and ethics, work ethic, that has helped me more times than I can count in my life. They laid the foundation to what I am today. Next, I want to say thank you to retired Chief Rick Barnes. He chose to give a 22-year-old kid a chance to live a dream and work as a police officer. For that, I'm forever grateful to him. Next, I want to say thank you to retired Captain Thad Wilson, Lieutenant Rocky Ray, and Lieutenant Mike William, and all others who have retired or moved on in other areas. Over the early years of my career, I was able to watch and learn from these guys. I was able to obtain different knowledge from each. Some as an example of what to do, some an example of what not to do. Mike Williams. Just kidding, anyone who knows Mike Williams knows exactly what I mean by that. Next, to the guys and girls I have worked with on the streets every day. The officers who I've missed holidays with, birthday parties, special family events, built a bond that nothing could ever break. I want to say thank you, because I would not be able to achieve what I have today without your backing and help along the way so far in my career. And that covers everybody in the department. Lastly, but absolutely not least, I owe a special thank you to my wife, Ashley, and my children. Anyone that is wearing a badge knows that our spouses do not receive anywhere near enough credit for what they do every day. Ashley has been a single mother when the kids are sick, planning and having birthday parties alone, Christmas mornings alone, and the list goes on and on and on. It takes a special person to be an officer's spouse. Without her and her constant support for me, I would not be able to achieve where I am today. She has always encouraged me to reach higher and been my most honest opinion when I needed it. Thank you, babe. I will end this with a promise and a quote. I made this promise when I was hired and when I was promoted to sergeant. I will make mistakes. I will own them when I do. But the one thing I can promise is every day I come to work, I will give the officers I work with and the citizens of Forney 100% of my effort to be the best I can be, and hopefully be better than the day before. I'll end a quote with Max Dupree. The first responsibility of a leader is to define reality. The last is to say thank you. In between, the leader is a servant. Thank you.
Again, tonight was a special event. Everyone up here is well deserved of all their recognition, all their hard work that they put into this. Thank you, friends and family and coworkers, for coming, and y'all have a good night.